before we end racism, we should get to the article that Bex sent me for this week's Guess the Race.
Yes, let's do that before we end racism.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Father shoots baby with can of mace. Are they black or some other race?
Florida man arrested for attacking his sister with fried chicken during argument.
Awesome. This has got to be a trick.
As we reported, 20-year-old Kanye Adesire Medley was arrested on Monday
It's got to be a trick.
by Clearwater police on a domestic battery charge. He allegedly got into a verbal altercation with his sister, who he lives with, that turned physical in a most unusual way. The police affidavit shows that Medley grabbed a bag of chicken from his sister and began hurling pieces at her during an argument on Sunday. One piece of chicken hit her in the back and left debris on her shoulders.
Aw, debris on her shoulders.
All right.
That black body.
Now, it's up to you.
Does it?
Kanye Adesire Medley.
Adesire. If this isn't a black person, who? Kanye, really? Now, this has got to be a joke. Did this come from The Onion?
It did not.
Does it say the sister's name?
The race. No, it does not.
Black. It has to be black.
You have not asked any questions, any yes or no questions. You have 5 and you've used none.
God.
And then you're gonna waste your one guess.
I don't even know what the hell to ask. Like, what kind of chicken was it?
Yes.
Okay. Other than fried. Was it Popeye's chicken?
I don't know. What kind of question is that?
It makes a difference. If it's Popeyes, then we know.
Then we'll say no. It didn't explicitly say Popeyes, so then I'll go with no.
If it didn't explicitly say Popeyes, it wasn't Popeyes. So, why do they got to be yes or no questions? I need to know the racial makeup of Clearwater, Florida. How many blacks live in Clearwater, Florida?
It's Cubans and Jews. And yeah, that's it.
Cubans and Jews. Does she have to go to the hospital?
For chicken debris.
I don't know if it was like second-degree burns or
second-degree black.
My skin's all black, crusty. My elbows are ashy.
Black people debris. Can we hurry up and get through this so we can solve racism?
I need to solve racism. Black. It's black.
Yes, you are correct. It is black.
You're trying to throw me with that one. It was all signs point to black. And you're like, this will get them.
Okay. Now can we solve?
Now let's solve racism.
What I'm going to do is introduce you to 25 everyday phrases unintentionally reflecting white privilege.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Unintentionally.
Are you ready?
Yes, very much so.
So here's things that you shouldn't say.
Okay.
I don't see color.
But what if I don't see color? What do I say? Does it say something that I should say instead of?
When someone says I don't see color, they usually mean well. They usually mean well because they're trying to treat everyone the same. But the thing is, saying this could mean you're ignoring people's unique experiences and challenges they could face because of their color. It's like you're pretending race isn't important when in reality it plays a huge part in how people live their lives, Anthony.
Okay. But I just meant that I was colorblind.
Okay. Number 2, I'm colorblind. Similarly, people often say I'm colorblind to show they're treating everyone equally, although that's not how it comes across. This phrase can dismiss the challenges that people of certain races face because of their skin color. Anthony.
I was just saying I don't see color.
Instead, try to understand these experiences so everyone feels seen and supported. Diversity is a strength and not something to ignore. Anthony.
If that's one of the worst, a pet peeve, I guess, when people say diversity is strength. I don't think anybody really believes that. I think that's just something people say.
Why do you think there's so many black people on football teams?
Diversity.
Diversity is strength. Strength.
It's diversity be strength.
Are you interested in hearing more things you shouldn't say?
Yes, I am.
All lives matter.
Do they? I mean,
okay, so you agree with this person?
No, I'm asking, do all lives matter?
No, not to me.
Only the black ones.
No, to me, all lives don't matter.
But do black lives matter?
Yes.
What about white lives?
Some of them.
What?
Not the pedophiles.
What about the black pedophiles?
There aren't any. That's not a thing.
Really?
I don't know. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. I don't want to. They've got big noses.
Okay.
Look. We've already said that diversity is strength.
Diversity be strength.
Some people think that they're being fair by saying all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter. But they could be downplaying the specific struggles that black people face. Just imagine how frustrated you might feel if someone said all pets matter when you're worried about your sick puppy. Of course, all pets matter, but right now it's the puppy that needs the attention that we should be talking about, Anthony.
So black people are like sick dogs? Is that what you're telling me?
Which is exactly how we started the episode out.
Sweet.
They're like sick, stupid dogs that can't fend for themselves. They still live in huts.
Do dogs live in huts?
Oh, we're talking about dogs? Okay, like the conversation we just had, do you mean it?
Do I mean it?
Yeah, do you really think black people are stupid and still live in huts?
Is this a trick question?
No, I'm serious.
I think there are black people who are stupid and live in huts, yes.
No, but what I'm asking is, as a whole, do you think black people are stupid, or are you joking around?
No, I'm just joking around.
Okay, it's just a joke. If someone makes a pretty nasty joke, you'll probably hear them say it's just a joke as a defense. Right. Even if it's all good fun, jokes can hurt, especially if they poke fun at someone's race or background. Be careful with how and what we make our jokes about will mean that everyone's in on the laugh instead, Anthony.
Oh, that is so gay. Make sure everyone's in on the laugh. God, you're a homo.
Erwan.
The less people are in on the laugh, the funnier it is. This is stupid.
You know what else pisses off us people of color?
Oh, what?
I worked hard for everything I have. And that's something I've heard you say verbatim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have.
I worked hard for everything I have is an absolute classic. Nobody's saying you didn't work hard, but saying this can overlook the head start that you had because of your race. Science shows that white people often, but not always, have better access to good schools or neighborhoods, and it's important to recognize this.
Wait a minute. How do you scientifically study if a white person has better access to schools? That's not science, is it?
Yeah, it's just basic
how
data
would you measure
analysis.
that in a lab?
Statistics.
That's not science. Science is like where you mix chemicals and shit.
No, there's different branches of science. Like there's
the judiciary.
There's science fiction.
Right.
Mystery Science Theater.
Uh-huh.
What do you say if a bunch of black people move into your neighborhood?
like as they're moving in, what do I say?
Yeah.
Do you say, there goes the neighborhood?
Yeah. Or this neighborhood has really gone downhill. Some people will say this neighborhood has really gone downhill after people of color move in. And it sounds like they're blaming the new residents for how the area has changed.
Yeah,
but honestly, neighborhoods change for a bunch of reasons, like the economy or local policies. And it's not just because of the black people that live there. Somebody actually wrote that. Think about it. Somebody wrote that. Like, it's not just because the black people moved in that your fucking shit's getting stolen out of your garage.
The economy is why your bike got stolen.
It's the policies.
It's the local policies.
Here's one that I've heard you say.
Oh boy.
I'm not privileged. I grew up poor.
Uh-huh.
This is a phrase that people use when they're trying to show that since they had economic problems, they can't have any privileges because of their race.
Mm-hmm.
But white privilege isn't always about money because it can also involve getting treated better by cops or clerks than those who aren't white. And that's something you need to think about.
Okay. I didn't have any money, so I wasn't shopping at stores, so the clerks didn't know me. I didn't commit crimes, so I never got arrested, so I didn't have to deal with the cops.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
My bad.
Have you ever had so in all seriousness, this is not in any way me trying to crowbar in the next one into our conversation like I've done in the last 4.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been surprised, like a black person gets up and speaks and you thought something like, oh, they're so well-spoken. Like, have you?
But I almost got fired for telling somebody they should talk right.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that, but so you've never heard a black person like get up and like say synergy and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
And it didn't surprise you at all that he didn't get up there like, what up, dog?
Where the bitch is at? Yes, it does. And they always have really like feminine voices when they do that too. It's never the deep voice ones.
In theory, telling a person of color you speak so well should be a compliment, but for some people, it's more of an insult. They might think you sound surprised that someone of a different race speaks so clearly or correctly, and that's pretty demeaning. Perhaps try complimenting what they said instead of how they said it.
Perhaps try learning how to speak right, you dummy. Jeez. Why is it on me to learn everything? Learn how to speak right, and I won't be surprised when you speak right.
Lots of people say, I have black friends to show how they're not racially biased. Do you?
No, I would never say that.
I would never claim a fucking black. Are you out of your fucking mind? You think I want the police pulling me over?
I swear I don't do drugs, officer.
Okay, here's something you're not supposed to say.
All right.
I want to switch this up.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what you're not supposed to say, and I want you to tell me why you think why you're not supposed to say it.
Okay.
There's only one race, the human race.
Why am I not supposed to say that?
Yeah, because it's showing your white privilege.
Right. So doesn't it go back to like being colorblind or whatever?
Which you're not supposed to say that either.
Right. Isn't this like the same thing? Don't say colorblind. Don't say you don't see color, and don't say human race or something.
Okay. So I think our takeaway from this so far is you don't say that you don't see color, and don't acknowledge that the races act differently.
Right.
Oh, fucking being anti-racist, it's hard.
It sucks. It's no fun.
There's only one race, the human race, sounds pretty inclusive. It can ignore the real and important differences in how some colored people are treated because of their race. We should celebrate diversity and recognize inequalities at the same time. How do you celebrate diversity? Like, how do you have a diversity party?
Lots of black people in this room. What do we do?
I'm not eating a chitlin cake.
How do you celebrate diversity?
Yay!
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know, like, it would be awkward for me to celebrate diversity.
Let's not focus on race.
Okay. I'm in.
No.
That's what we're not supposed to say. Damn it. I had it backwards. Why? So if we're not supposed to focus on race.
No, we're not supposed to say, let's not focus on race.
Oh, so we're supposed to focus on race.
Yes.
Because diversity is our strength? Am I getting it right?
You are.
Yes.